First is Sebastian Rogers. He is autistic and has been missing since February of 2024. His disappearance was, in my opinion, under suspicious circumstances, and just a few weeks later, a clip came out with mysterious lights moving in the background. I have studied and broken down this video along with more clips that were released to the public from the same surveillance camera. But a team consisting of a PI, Steve Fisher, and a few content creators went to reenact what has been dubbed the Mysterious Lights video. This was their results.
We'd recreate something and be like, no, I think that camera needs to turn a little bit this way. And we'd do it and recreate it again and be like, no, I think it needs to turn a little bit this way. And then we'd do it again. Hell, I think we went out there twice, 2 different nights, if I'm not mistaken. Because the first time we thought we had it and then realized that we were wrong.
This is a photo that Fisher released showing how they're positioned the camera. But from this angle, you can already tell 2 giant issues. 1, they did not take the video from the same height of the surveillance camera, and 2, they did not use the same type of camera, just a cell phone. This creates a giant issue, as you now have not accurately portrayed the same angle of the original surveillance video perspective. Here is a screenshot with their recreation. In it, they circle a couple of lights right here. They will claim these are the 2 stationary lights seen in the original. Notice that their perspective is much different from the one seen in the original. You can clearly see that it shows so much more of the side yard of the house from the owner of the surveillance video. This is absolutely an inaccurate portrayal of the original and glaringly obvious. But even after pointing obvious mistakes in recent live shows, they still continue to double down, saying these lights are coming from the street above.
Well, to me, there's nothing better than the ability to do that, right? Because I think everyone questions, like, I mean, could it be someone coming down there? Could it be? But the problem is the angle is just not right at all.
Not for where people were saying that things would come from, you know, like we can pretty much take out that backyard area, you know, it's not a common area. I know it's called a common area, but it's not a common area. You can take that out, you know, and it makes more sense what we're looking at now.
Steve Fisher has even gone on to say that this is the correct field of view from that surveillance camera. Notice how it conveniently misses the Proudfoot's home, implying that the lights moving around could not be from anywhere near the Proudfoot's home or backyard. This is absolutely a lie, and in my opinion, they know it. And in this video, I will address this, and so much more lies and deception that has come from this team. Even though I have thoroughly provided legit proof and arguments to show they are clearly lying about their recreation, they still continue to put out this false narrative, which in my opinion is a huge giant red flag. Some on this team could likely be paid by the Proudfoot and allegedly hired to push this false narrative out to masses to confuse the public. As you can see, they claim the picture they took is just next to the edge of the house. They even put a text box claiming as much. This is about the only fact they put out. That is the truth. We will use this to point out a huge mistake they made. Noticed in the original video, we can see the edges in certain shots of the video, which is important in knowing the field of view this camera has. We will also show the edge of the house that is also in view on the left side of the camera angle. This is done to show how Fisher and his recreation team took their video shot from a cell phone, just parallel to the edge of the home. So here, I show it correctly lined up to where their shot ends and how much they left out on the left side of the home. Then see where their shot actually lines up, revealing how much of their angle is way off. Here is a drone shot taken to show the edge of the home. Notice we can see 2 garbage cans and an AC unit. This unit is connected to the home and will be what I call an anchor for an example to debunk the Fisher Proudfoot team's recreation. This anchor/AC unit will be used as a point of reference. As we know, this object cannot move and is something we can identify in both the surveillance footage and the Fisher recreation shot taken. Also, as we compare the 2 shots, Notice next to the garbage cans in the recreation, we can see the line in the driveway, just in front of the garbage cans. We also see our anchor, the AC unit, next to the 2 labeled garbage cans. Remember this, AC unit cannot move unlike other objects in the 2 shots. Now remember, we can see the edges from the original footage, meaning we cannot see past those edges. It is physically impossible to see what's above this. In this original security footage, note where the 2 stationary lights are located, right here, and where our anchor, the AC unit, is located. This is important as now we will overlay the recreation team's cell phone angle. Remember, this is the AC unit. It cannot move. It is what we call an anchor. As you can see when I align and overlay the AC unit / anchor, notice how much of their shot is now out of the original frame of the surveillance footage. This is honestly quite embarrassing and a downright, flat-out lie. Yet they continue to claim others are pushing a false narrative.
Did that, but you legitimately could not have lined that up any better.
Also notice how far away the 2 stationary lights are from each other. They're at least 60 feet apart. How can this be, you might ask? Well, it's because they took the shot from a lower angle, and now you see the entire side yard, along with the home above the street. So, what are they actually showing that they claim are the 2 stationary lights, you might ask? Well, it's pretty simple to put logic together since they didn't use the same angle as the original. So what you are seeing is the lights from the home, above the street on the corner house. You can even see how the lights line up as a fade in and out the overlay. This is a terrible and despicable act to put out a false narrative by a team who literally had a PI, Shill Fisher, who even though has been debunked multiple times, continues to be caught in countless lies, all in the name of Sebastian Rogers. Shill Fisher literally claims in this post that the quote-unquote lights video was recorded at 5:09 to 5:10 a.m. He was even kind enough to release some footage of the garbage truck going down Kellen Avenue. Well, let's take a look at that video and point out some very serious issues with Shill Fisher's statement. We can clearly see that it is getting lighter out, and it is not as dark. Note that the time is about 5:09 and 55 seconds, which means it's almost 5:10 a.m., which means the trash truck should be turning onto Stafford Court. Yet there is 2 major problems. 1, if this mysterious lights video is taken at 5:09 to 5:10 a.m., then we should be seeing the trash truck turning onto Stafford in this footage. Also note the difference between the lighting in this surveillance footage compared to the mysterious lights video. How come the lighting is so dark compared to the Kellen Avenue footage? Why would a PI allegedly hired by the Proudfoot put out such a blatant lie and then claim others are the ones who are producing the false narratives? Was this by design to keep you from questioning what really might be going on in the surveillance footage, such as possible abduction of Rogers caught on film? Now, I'm not finished exposing this shill. This person needs to be held accountable for his actions. In his Twitter post, he claims that the field of view from the camera angle cannot reach the common area between the 2 yards that also conveniently excludes the Proudfoot's backyard. Between the wrong camera angle and this false field of view, I can't determine which one is more ludicrous, but I will now tear down this false narrative that Shill Fisher presented. In this example, we can see the homeowner of the surveillance footage, and where one of the white trucks are parked, which is clearly in the driveway. Now this is where that truck is parked in the surveillance video. In front of that truck is another truck parked just past the driveway on the grass, pointed out here with the arrow. Now during another clip that was released shows a vehicle that is clearly on the Stafford Court Road. It now turns on its headlights. When it does, it illuminates the back of the truck parked in the grass. We can also clearly see that this unknown vehicle is parallel and slightly behind the truck parked in the driveway, which means that the field of view is much wider than what Shill Fisher claims in his post. Again, after clearly being debunked, he still claims this is false. Also, the actual homeowner came out and even pointed to where the vehicle was believed to be parked on Stafford Court, During this multiple people were there when this homeowner pointed this out. He clearly pointed just across from his mailbox, which clearly lines up with what is in the surveillance video. Now to point out this obvious lie that contradicts itself. Shill Fisher also points out that he knows the identity of both vehicles and the drivers, but the most blatant lie is that he claims that the two vehicles were captured on camera during the 3 a.m. hour near Sebastian neighborhood. But wait a minute, I thought that the footage was from 5 a.m., not 3 a.m. Clearly he knows we have been looking at a vehicle captured just moments after 2. Lights move between the 2 yards. But now in this post, he is claiming 2 cars at 3 a.m. Remember, it is believed 1 car was at 3 a.m., and another, which was believed to be an Uber driver, was seen around 5 a.m. time. So did Shill Fisher just reveal that there is 2 vehicles at 3 a.m.? Could both these vehicles be involved in Sebastian's disappearance? If he knows the identity of these vehicles, then why hasn't TBI or LE released a statement regarding this claim?
But this is not the trash trucks came through at 5 o'clock. So this video, the original lights video that Nick Barris originally put out, that's shot at like 5:09, 5:10 in the morning, not at 3 a.m. Because the trash trucks come right after that. And keep in mind the original video is much longer and shows the trash trucks. So and keep in mind the original video is much longer and shows the trash trucks. And keep in mind the original video is much longer and shows the trash trucks. So
if you just heard what he had said, you can clearly hear he says he has the original video showing the trash truck on Stafford Court from that homeowner's house. So if that's true, how come he can't put out a still image from that house with the timestamp? Instead, he posts still video shots from different homes throughout the neighborhood that are completely not related to his statements. Remember, this is a team that allegedly supports the Proudfoot and have been caught in multiple lies and cannot provide proof of what they are claiming, yet they continue to claim that other creators are putting out the false information. Please share this video and smash the like button so we can spread awareness about Sebastian Rogers. Please consider subscribing to this channel, and in due time the truth will come out soon and those accountable will be held responsible. Thank you so much for watching.